All of us are so busy trying to fit in, we don't realize how special it is to be special. I met Brandon Gruber 6 years ago when I was doing a video about a tennis clinic for kids with Down syndrome.
What I think the biggest misconception is that kids with Down syndrome can't really do anything.
What we've learned is that people with Down syndrome have the same hopes and dreams as everyone else.
I really didn't know very much about Down syndrome except for what I had gleaned having my children. I was in my 30s, and so it was standard to go in and have genetic counseling. They were looking for issues like Tay-Sachs, Down syndrome, spina bifida, all of them painted with the same brush of,
The doctor came in and after about 10 minutes after Brandon was born and said, we think there's a problem or he might have Down syndrome.
For Brandon and his parents, when they were told that their son had Down syndrome, there was nothing positive about it.
The information they gave me from the hospital, they were talking about mongoloid.
And then he proceeded to list all these things that might be wrong.
I mean, I had no idea what I was dealing with.
The cool thing about Brandon's parents is that they focused on his abilities from the beginning and never his disabilities, and the results have been amazing.
Hey, Brandon is an artist, an actor, and a model. In his young life, Brandon has worked hard to overcome speech and motor development delays, and from kindergarten through 8th grade, with the help of an instructional assistant, Brandon was fully included in all subject areas.
Brandon's parents were huge advocates for him, so whenever he started school, they made sure the school saw the child and not the label.
Teresa brought Brandon to see me, and she brought him in the front, and we sat down in the lobby, and she had him read a book to me. She pointed out what he could do, not what he couldn't do, and that was pretty amazing, and that encapsulates a lot of what has really happened with Brandon through the years. It's not about what he can't do, it's about what he can do.
So when you first started school, how did you feel?
Isolated and didn't care for anyone out there.
When Brandon went into high school, his father had this tragic surfing accident, so his parents did not have the opportunity to do the usual introduction, and Brandon was on his own.
Because I have Down syndrome, they see me in a different way. They call me mean names and trying to throw junk on my face.
Brandon would come into the nurse's office, and I became a safe place for him to feel included.
Knowing that he was going through that and I didn't do anything to help just makes me feel sad.
Aptos High School is dealing with the suicides of 2 students.
Wow, that really impacts me. I decided to make my life different, to break out my shyness and get more loose, be me.
He went from bullied freshman to homecoming king, and along the way he realized there were so many other students that were being excluded. The school Brandon went to was very financially divided. There were a lot of migrant worker families and a lot of tech families. He raised money to take these kids to a winter formal, something they never imagined they could do.
I feel like Cinderella.
I don't think I would have never got the experience without him.
He had so much fun. He raised even more money to do it for the prom, for yearbooks. He recognizes students who otherwise aren't seen but are achieving the best that they can do. He sees that. His vision is spectacular. His mission is beautiful. His story needs to be told. Follow this campaign and share it with your friends. Together we can make this happen.